Hello and welcome back to Spirit Mom. Today at Spirit School, we're going to be talking about letting it go. The art of letting it go. We learned about the ego in the shadow first for a reason. Here at this point of letting go is where they need to be kept in check. Now is the point where we need to let it all go. I mean, this point in history, this point in time. Let go of the pain of the past, the pain of today, really and truly let it go. This requires feeling the emotions of it. But I can't, Spirit Mom, they're stuck. I see them down there, I feel them down there, but I can't get to them. If we see them, if we know they are there, that's it. Now let the soul do its work and get the ego and shadow out of the way. When you feel an emotion, if you let your mind make pictures or excuses, you will re-traumatize yourself and create a new wound. The art of letting go is no easy task. It requires digging up painful emotions and demons of the past. This could, in the short term, cause you problems like accidents and mishaps, as that chaotic energy of the past is released. Focus on energetic healing and raising your vibrations to minimize those effects. And remember, do not let your victim take over. Do not let the victim take on any narrative, because it will try. You can do this. No blame or victim needed. You have to feel the buried pain for it to be released. It can be stored in any organ or any of our multiple energetic aura fields. Pain is stored energetically and physically, but when it comes out, it's gonna feel the same. It's gonna feel like a squeezing ache in the chest and in the guts. But the process of letting them go is the same, regardless if it's energetic or physical, it'll feel the same. This will be painful, but know that if panic sets in, intense pain of this nature usually can only last for 15 to 20 minutes. It can hurt. Assuming you haven't allowed the mind or ego or shadow to create a new mind narrative and new trauma, then you will be releasing the pain once and for all. Forever healing you of its effects of what it's been doing in your life will be gone forever. Start by feeling any and every emotion that comes your way. It's easy to do this in peace and quiet. No one's around bugging you. It's easy to just feel it and let it go. Know that if you're going about your day doing all, your activities, it's going to splash over onto your day. But I'm not saying don't do it. Just know it's why you stubbed your toe or why you spilt your drink. It's why you're having trouble focusing. But that's not to say don't do it. Just when we're conscious of something, it's better. Emerging long buried emotions are powerful, but they want to be set free, and they will go. They will leave your body and your energy field if you allow them. And remember, the ego and the shadow are going to tell you different though. The art of letting go will be a continuous process of trying and learning different techniques. Once you get the hang of it, it makes it easier to create that filtration system for yourself. You need to master the art of feeling an emotion and not giving it any mind energy. Then and only then can it leave. You have to have a completely silent mind for it to go though. Your mind can make up thousands of reasons why you feel a certain way, and not a single one of them is guaranteed to be true. Not one. Maybe, but probably not. The mind knows very little about emotions, and even if it does know the right answer, it's not relevant in this situation. And more often than not, it will try to find someone or something to blame. Blaming others is very low vibrational. We cannot heal the self if we are looking for external causes to everything that upsets us. So keep trying. The more emotions you clear out, the higher knowledge will come into you, the more you can have come into you. More is available to you if you are willing to make space for it. This is a very powerful and profound thing to do. It's the basis for true healing. We do the ego and the shadow work first though, and learn about things like high vibrations and where to set our life higher, because digging up past trauma, it will hurt. There's long-standing history of people that go to therapy and actually end up worse because because the therapists aren't educated on the fact that you need to be careful, because when you're repeating, think about telling a bad story to everybody. Do you feel better the more you tell that bad story, that thing that happened to you that was really bad? The more you tell people, does it make you feel better? Because it's a fine line, because sometimes it can make you feel better, like telling one person once to unburden yourself, but know that you've just burdened them, because now you've put that into their energetic field. So it's something that we do need to be careful with. And it's something that's better done in silence. And when we bring that pain back up, as long as we don't let the mind make a new movie, like, oh yeah, I can't believe she said that. Or, oh yeah, you know what? I'm just realizing now that that was so much worse because of blah. Or they did that. I can't believe they didn't stick up for me. Or I can't believe they also laughed. Or I can't believe she hasn't said sorry yet. The mind will create a new reason, a new, just feeling the pain again and not letting it go will cause new trauma. So it is something you need to be careful with, but it is something you need to do, because if you left that wound from when you're 5 and you leave it there, it'll one day be a disease, or it already is a disease and you just don't know it. Now, don't worry about things you don't even remember, because if you're meant to remember them, you will. If not, you won't. Like if somebody says, like, grandma told you this really bad thing happened when you were 5 and you think that's why you are the way you are, it's probably not. Because if the soul knows, and the soul's going to give you what you need to work with. So maybe it's that you don't need to work with that yet, or at all. Maybe it didn't affect you like grandma thought it did, you know? So the things that you need to deal with, you know. They're those things in your past that come up like 10 times a day or a week. You're constantly getting pinged with these, like, oh, I can't believe they did that. Ow. But the next time, like, you don't need to even go looking for them. The next time that, like, you're triggered and you remember that, and you're like, just shh this, completely shh this, and just feel it. It literally comes up. It's aching. It can be like really bad, especially if a bunch of stuff start coming at once. If you're one of those people that can cry on demand, good for you. Do it, because crying is the fastest way to let it out and let it go. The salty tears, salt is very cleansing. It will literally magically, powerfully heal you. If you can't cry, neither can I. Then, I don't know. I mean, I'm already doing it, so I do know. It's just, it hurts. Oh, sorry. Oh, ghosts. You can do it though. It's just almost like taking an emotional poop. It's like right here, and it hurts, but it goes. You just gotta the hardest part is keeping this shh while it goes. And sometimes you run out of time and you just have to keep going about your day, and it'll just on its own. Next thing you know, I was like, oh, that's gone. But it's gone forever. And then the higher knowledge will start coming in. And next thing you know, next year, next month, you're like, wow, I'm smarter than I was last month. Wow, I'm not whining as much as I did last year. Wow, I've got better people around me. I've got more abundance. I've got, more of this, more of that. Less of bad, more of good. But we need to shed the old stuff first. And the deep emotional wounds, they are going to hurt. And that energy will actually be, and I don't think it's people get on that like ghosts or demons or try to stop you, maybe, but oh well. Because once you work through that and get back to being your high vibrational you, it'll dissipate. You just need to work through it. And most people, and that's kind of what rings true with me, is that it's not other things trying to stop you. It's the actual, like, you were spanked when you were 5 and you just can't handle it, and it's gotta go. That screaming 5-year-old is like a ghost that's gotta escape you, right? And that prepubescent 12-year-old that embarrassed herself at the pool party, she's gotta escape you. Every time we have a really traumatic event, we create a soul splinter, and it's actually still stuck there in that time, because all time is at the same time, literally. There's only the now, and it's all at the same time. So she's still there, and it's still with you. So you have to let it go. Let it go. Elsa knew all about it. So remember, let it go, people. Goodbye for now. Spare